Hey YouTube, how you guys doing out there? Hello, I'm Mr. Jeremy from the Jeremy Show, and this is Rambo preview. Well, it's not a preview. I mean, you're not actually going to see the movie. I am going to make a movie that no one, not even the almighty Sylvester Stallone himself, has thought about making. And that is going to be the prequel to all the Rambo movies. And what it's going to be is it's going to show Rambo, John J. Rambo in Vietnam. And that's going to show him back when he was Rambo, when he first started in the Marine Corps. I don't even know if he was a Marine. Was he a Marine or was he an Army guy? I think he was a Marine. I mean, when you think about John J. Rambo, you think about the Marines. You think about the Marines. Hoorah! Superfly. You know what I mean? So, hoorah! It's going to be Rambo back in Vietnam. And when he was captured as a POW. And that's going to show his escape from start to finish. I'm very serious about making this stop motion animation movie. You're going to see lots of blood. You're going to see guts. You're going to see torture. You're going to see the highest division of Vietnam that you've ever seen. Ever since my very favorite Vietnam movie of all time. What was that? Hoorah! Full Metal Jacket, brother. That's right. It's going to be even better than that. Well, not really, but I gotta say it's going to be better than that. I mean, what the hell, man? But anyway, seriously, this is going to be Rambo Begins. I mean, just imagine the possibilities, okay? He gets captured. He's in the POW camp. Trotman comes by before he gets captured. Tells Rambo he's going into a mission to capture or to rescue POWs. Imagine that. So he goes into POW camp to rescue these POWs, and guess what? He gets caught. And as you remember from First Blood, when they lift up his shirt and they see all the scars, and then he starts having the flashbacks, you will see his friend that he went to visit. What it's going to be? It's going to be that guy that he says at the beginning. Remember Delmore? He says, "Hey, I'm here to visit Delmore," and she tells him Delmore's dead. Well, we're going to see Delmore. We're going to see all the other guys that were in there with Rambo at the beginning, and Colonel Trotman will be Sergeant Trotman, okay? Now, on Rambo's file card, it says that he was a Sergeant First Class. Now, we're going to see some of that. We're going to see them calling him Sergeant Rambo, okay? So, look out for that. And also, I just think it's going to be a fun movie to make. We're going to see him in mud. You're going to see him in grass about this high. You know? Well, to him. It's a stop-motion feature film. And it's going to be a long one. We're talking about, I don't know. I hope it's done within like 12 parts. But we'll see. Whatever happens, happens, you know? You know how long some of my movies can be. You know, you've seen all the Masters of the Universe movies. Well, later on, I'm going to show some of my G.I. Joe movies, and those movies are long, I tell you. But I'll tell you what, Rambo's going to go all the way in this one. You're not going to see any bullshit. It's going to be him in Vietnam, and he's going to just blow this shit out of some, well, I can't say it on here because I might get sued, but out of some Vietnamese guys, the enemies which were enemies back then during the war. Okay? So, when you say the word gook, I'm sorry, but that was appropriate during that time in American history. Okay? It may offend some people, but that's just the way it was back then. I mean, that's what we called them back then. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys that were born right here in America, you're not what I just said. Okay, you're not. You're Vietnamese Americans. Okay? And it will offend some people. I'm going to admit that right off the bat, but you got to say it like it is, and that's the way it was back then. And I'm sorry if I offend you, but if you look at Full Metal Jacket, they call them gooks, they call them chinks, they call them every name in the book. So don't be offended, okay? It's just the way things were during the war. When you hear that, it doesn't mean nothing, okay? This is Mr. Jeremy saying goodbye and good night to everyone. And I'll see you at the finish line. And remember, watch Rambo Begins. Only right here on YouTube.